That's a seller's market, and if you're looking for a new home, it's tougher to find the right one, but it's also important you got to find the right realtor.
And with over 100 sales a year, he's not only one of Keller Williams' top realtors, but he's also in the top 1% of real estate agents in Omaha and nationwide.
Troy Trumm is here with Keller Williams. Good to see you. Troy, thanks for stopping by today.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I'd be doing much better if this wasn't live TV.
It is live TV. No, it's
Nobody's
fine.
out there.
Yeah, nobody watches this show anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
it's
it.
Just us.
But tell us about yourself. You went to Gross High School. We were just chatting off set here. You went to Gross. How'd you get into real estate?
Well, I started as a real estate investor, and I quickly realized that I knew more about real estate than many of the agents that were showing me homes. And that's when it occurred to me that there was a need in the marketplace for somebody who knew the business of selling real estate and could communicate that to sellers.
So tell us, why do you think owning a home is so important?
Well, it's the best investment most people are ever going to make. There are a couple of advantages to owning a home. The appreciation that occurs over time, the equity you gain with each mortgage payment, the tax deductions, and when it's time to sell, much of your capital gains be protected from taxes.
Yeah, and then one of the things, you do some unique things when it comes to showing homes and selling homes. Can you give us some examples?
Well, one is my $10,000 agent incentive giveaway. When an agent sells one of the homes I represent, they get entered into my drawing at the end of the year. And the more of my homes they sell, the more entries they get into that drawing. We have that drawing. One of those agents wins a check for $10,000. So it motivates agents to try to sell the homes I'm representing. And every day I talk to agents who ask me about the drawing or tell me it's their goal to sell one of my homes in order to get into the drawing.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Provides motivation, yeah.
Yeah, that's very smart. Well, what problems do you see real estate consumers facing today?
Well, right now, in many price ranges, the demand for homes is outpacing the inventory of homes available. As a result, it's tougher for buyers to find the right home, and when they do, oftentimes they're getting outbid by somebody else.
Yeah, what about the sellers? I mean, what type of problems are you seeing with sellers right now? Because you would think homes are going quickly and sometimes above the asking price. You'd think that's a good problem to have, but there are other problems that come along with that.
Right. Part of the problem is many sellers want to hold off on putting their home on the market until they find the next home. The problem with that is the seller of the next home isn't going to wait for them to get their home sold. In order to solve that problem, what I have is a huge pool of buyers, many of whom are willing to wait for the right home to come up and let the seller choose the closing date so the seller has a chance to find their next home.
So for buyers that are just starting the process, let's say they've never bought a home before, what do they need to know when buying that first home?
Well, first, buyers need to focus on the monthly payment, not the price. As low as interest rates are, the difference of a couple $1,000s in the purchase price is negligible in the monthly payment. And the next thing they need to know is to find an agent first before they start looking for homes. Sometimes they put the cart before the horse by looking for homes without deciding on who they want to assist them. On my team, we sit down with the buyer, explain them the whole buying process, find out what they're looking for so they know what to expect up front, and we can do all the work for them, saving them a lot of time and hassle.
Yeah, if you're selling your home right now, it's a good time, but what do they need? What do sellers need to know? What do they really need to focus on before they make that decision to sell their house?
They need to know that not every agent is the same. A lot of times sellers put their home on the market with somebody they may know personally. The problem with that is, in order to get the top dollar, you need somebody that has a proven system for selling homes for the highest prices. You know, I frequently get calls from sellers whose home was on the market with another agent and it didn't sell. And oftentimes the problem came back to they hired a friend or family member rather than seeking out somebody that had the expertise in order to sell the home.
So how did you get into this? What's your favorite part of doing this?
That's a good question. My favorite part is probably implementing a plan, sitting down with sellers, finding out their goals and timeframes, implementing a plan in order to get their home sold, and then seeing it through to the end. You know, getting to the point where they have that smile on their face, knowing that the job got done, they're happy.
It's rewarding for you.
Yes,
I mean, it's fun to see people and how excited. I've never bought a home. I mean, hopefully someday I'll get there, but it's such an exciting
But it's the
thing.
picture of them standing outside the home, the picture with the sold sign right there. Fill us in a little bit on the market right now. What are we seeing in the Omaha area in terms, I know that houses are going pretty quickly right now, but what are we seeing as things continue to evolve through the spring and now into the summer?
Well, it's not the frantic market it was a few months ago. It's still a hot market, but it is slowing down a little bit as inventory increases. And while there's still a lot of buyer demand out there, it's not as urgent. There's not, you know, the 15, 20 offers that I experienced a few months ago. Sometimes now it's only 2 or 3 offers per house.
Right. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to contact you?
Best way is just simply call me at 402-884-4848 or visit my website, trummteam.com.
Yeah, that's the website right at the bottom of the screen. I mean, you give them a call, you answer a lot of questions for you, because in this market, it changes so quickly. Like you said, 2 months ago, things were different than they are today. So you really got to stay up to speed on some of that stuff.
That's right.
You do.
Well, Troy, thanks for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you.
Pleasure being
All
here.
good
I look forward to seeing you next month.
All right, we'll see you next month.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.